Security incident at Airside F involving a departing passenger with a firearm that he had among his belongings. As our protocol calls for, we immediately suspended the screening and movement of passengers only at Airside F. To be clear, there was no impact to any of our airport operations at any of the other airsides. Our police, in coordination with our federal partners, determined that out of an abundance of caution, to redirect passengers back to the main terminal while our police officers conducted a precautionary sweep. When the airside was cleared, the TSA rescreened all of the Airside F passengers and we resumed normal operations at Airside F at around 9:45. Again, there was no other impact to the remainder of the airport. The passenger involved in this incident was arrested. This incident remains under investigation, and at this time, we can't release further details. Ensuring the safety and security of our customers is our number one priority at Tampa International Airport, and that's what we did tonight, first and foremost. We are thankful for the quick actions of our police officers and our TSA partners who very quickly contained the situation and helped operations resume safely and quickly as possible. All in all, we had about a dozen flights that were affected at Airside F, both arriving and departing flights. There were no flight cancellations as a result of this evening's incident. And with that, Chief Charlie and I are happy to take any questions.
Reminder, can you tell us, handgun, that this was the weapon that was recovered?
Charlie?
What was the question?
What kind of weapon was recovered?
It was a Glock.
It was a Glock, 9mm.
Guns get accidentally brought through luggage all the time. What made this different? Why did you have to shut things down?
TSA. I'm sorry. Thank you. Well, the investigation is still under investigation, but TSA called us concerned about a firearm at the screening checkpoint, and that's how we became involved in the incident.
Was the weapon loaded?
It was didn't have anything in the chamber.
Was there an altercation, or was there a reason that he was arrested beyond the fact that he had a weapon on him at the airport?
He was arrested, charged with carrying a firearm in the passenger terminal and tampering with evidence.
How was it discovered at the TSA screening?
Through the X-ray machine.
Through the X-ray machine.
And how did the mix-up happen?
This is still under investigation, but I would refer you to TSA for that answer.
Was it in a carry-on bag or a small bag? What kind of?
It was a carry-on bag.
It was a carry-on bag.
The criminal chief, guns can be put in checked baggage. Is that correct? It's not for carry-on. Is that correct?
It can if it's properly declared.
But again, no one should be bringing one through that TSA screen.
No, not through the passenger terminal unless it's in case for shipment and properly declared.
So did this gun make it through into the terminal beyond TSA?
It did. It did.
And if he hid it, was that what happened?
No, it was. I wouldn't characterize it as it being hidden.
Would he leave it just laying out? Or
Well, that's still under investigation. Like I said, I would refer to TSA for that answer.
What was the tampering related to?
He moved the weapon. I would just leave it at that. And like I say, we're still under investigation, and I would refer to TSA.
And you said again that there is a proper way for a weapon to be carried through the airport and to go through this. Can you explain what the proper way is to have a weapon stored and carried through an airport?
Sure, it has to be in an encased, a hard encased TSA approved container that's lockable. And let me just separate from the weapon. It has to be declared at the checkpoint at the ticket agent. Has to be checked and declared. And if you refer to your airline, each airline has little different policies, but refer to your airline before you bring it.
And what have we done with the weapon now?
The weapon's been entered near evidence room.
do you think you have security camera of him like moving it and stuff? Or
It still remains under investigation.
Can you tell us how he moved the weapon?
Yeah, he carried it.
I mean, but how you said he moved the weapon. Can you get into more detail about how he moved it?
I'll just say that he carried the weapon.
Was there a bag mix-up? So TSA did see that there was a gun in one of the bags, and then they spotted it. What happened?
So that part's still under investigation. Like I say, I would refer to you. That's TSA's process. I would refer you to TSA for that answer.
Were there any clips or any other ammunition in the bag with the weapon?
No.
how big a problem is it having weapons going through this? I mean,
Well, weapons can't go through. It's obviously against the law and against federal regulations, and so you can't bring them through there.
I mean, for a year, did you can't?
I would refer you to TSA. They keep track of those numbers. I would refer you to TSA for that answer.
How long was the entire disruption from when screening stop until say the next flight?
So just before 8 to about 9:30, 35 before we resume screening operations.
Is this something you guys train for? Have practice in?
We train for everything here at the airport.
Do you think the protocol went as well as it could have tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I think everything went just fine.
Did he grab the gun and try to run away with it?
He didn't try to run away with it.
Okay. But did he grab the weapon?
He had possession of the weapon.
Was there ever a threat made to any officers, passengers?
No threats made.
And how many passengers did you have to screen?
Several hundred, I think, is a good characterization.
Yeah, there were several hundred passengers that we asked to, again, there was no imminent danger at the airside. We asked the passengers to leave Airside F. We brought them over to the main terminal, swept the airside, as Chief Asquith just alluded to, and then once the airside was swept, we allowed the passengers to go back over and we rescreened them.
I know this is a rare occurrence, thank goodness, but when's the last time we've ever had this kind of situation where a weapon was recovered by TSA agents here in our airport?
I'm not sure I understand your question, but I mean,
When
rare
was the
case.
last time we had an incident where a weapon was found through the screening process here?
That happens regularly.
How,
Again, TSA data for they have a very high rate of identifying checkpoints if you go on the website of the police office. So you see that from
They publish it. TSA published that information.
Chief, when you
the
say,
system worked basically.
Absolutely, yes.
when you say they swept the terminal or airside F, can you get us into a little bit more detail about what that entails?
Sure, all passengers and employees are removed from the airside. Police officers go through the airside with their canines, and they check for anything that's out of ordinary, anything that shouldn't be there.
Chief, can you talk about how the system worked and the reassurances you have to the public?
Sure. We were called immediately. We identified the passenger immediately, identified the weapon immediately, and in an abundance of caution, we what we call dumped the airside. We took everybody from the secure side to the main terminal, swept the area, made sure it was secure, and then we started the screening process once again.
Bottom line, what do you want people to know about this airport and its safety?
We practice safety every day. We regularly train on a myriad of different situations, and we're prepared like we were today.
Are you able to identify the suspect at this time, and has he been booked into the current jail?
If he's hadn't been booked yet, he's getting close, so he's booked. He will be charged with misdemeanor possession of a weapon in the passenger terminal and felony tampering with evidence.
Is he from the area or visitor?
He's from the Tampa Bay region.
Can you identify at this time, sir?
No, not until he's been charged.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. If you have any further questions, I would ask you to reach out to our communications team, and they'll be happy to provide any further information. Thanks very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Was the gun arrest yesterday? Were they evacuated?